Hello everyone, welcome to Chem Analysis. In today's lecture, I will solve a question from group theory, that is the character table of a point group D8 is given, and from this we have to identify the value of this summation. That is, we have to identify first the value of these missing elements, then if we sum up then we can get the value. And this question came in GATE 2019 for 2 marks. Now, before to solve such type of questions related to character table of a point group, we have to first learn carefully about the character table and its nature. Then we can solve such type of question easily. Now let's learn about the character table of a given point group and its related important information, and I will discuss the character table of a C3V point group. In C3V point group, there is two symmetry elements, that is C3 and sigma V. You will get one C3 and 3 sigma V, and for that the point group is C3V. And the symmetry operations are C31, C32, C33 and sigma V and sigma V2. And this C33 is equal to identity operation E, and this sigma V2 is also identity operation is equal to E. That means there will be three type of symmetry operations. That one is E, another is C3 and another is sigma V. And here we can see that there is two symmetry operations, C31 and C32. So in case of C3 there will be two symmetry operation, and in case of sigma V, one is sigma V, another operation is sigma V square, and this sigma V square is identical to identity operation and it is taken here. So in all the three cases we cannot add this 3 sigma V square operation. It is equal to identity and it is considered here. So one identity, 2 C3 operation, and there is 3 sigma V, so there will be 3 sigma V plane. And the summation of these symmetry operations is equal to the order of the character table. That is, there is 1 plus 2 and 3. There is 6 is the order of the character table of C3V. Is it okay? Here is 1 and 2, 3 and 3, 6. 6 is the order of the C3V point group, and each different symmetry elements, that is, one is identity, another is C3 and the last one is sigma V, corresponds to different class. That is, there is 3 class for this C3V operation. Class is equal to 3. Is it clear? Now there is different, here is different thing, that is, it is A1, it is A2 and it is E. These are the Mulliken symbol. And these elements A, B, C, D, these are not given here. It is written as ABC alphabetical order, and these are the characters corresponding to Mulliken symbol. And this Mulliken symbol comes, that is A is due to the one-dimensional representation. That is, the matrix is one-dimensional. A, B, these are all one-dimensional, corresponds to one-dimensional matrix. If it is E corresponds to two-dimensional matrix. And if there is T, then T corresponds to three-dimensional matrix. And you have to keep in mind that for one-dimensional matrix, the character corresponding to identity operation will be 1. Character is abbreviated by chi symbol. And for two-dimensional representation, the character corresponding to identity operation is equal to 2, and for three-dimensional it is equal to 3. And it is all the values are positive. The character corresponding to identity operation is always positive. No negative value is possible for identity operation. And one more thing, that the subscript 1 and 2, this came depending on the character of the symmetry operations other than C principal axis. If there is perpendicular C2 axis, then if the character corresponding to perpendicular C2 axis to principal axis is positive, then it will be 1, and if the character corresponding to perpendicular C2 is negative, then it will be 2. If there is no perpendicular C2 axis, then we have to consider the sigma v plane. If the character corresponding to sigma v is positive, then it will be 1, and if the character corresponding to sigma v is negative, then it will be 2. Is it okay? Now the more important thing is, if you sum up the multiplication of the character corresponding to a given Mulliken symbol, then that will correspond to the order of that point group. That means I want to say that is summation over g, where g is the prefix, that is the number by which each symmetry element is multiplied. In this class, g is equal to 2, and for this g is equal to 3. That is summation over g into chi I1. This is the character corresponding to ith irreducible representation, and if we multiply it with the same character of the same irreducible representation, it will correspond to h, that is order of the group. In the first case, in case if we consider the A1 case, then it will be 1 into A, that means A square, plus 2 into B, that is 2B square, plus 3 into C, that is 3C square, is equal to order, that is 3, 2 and 1, that is 6. It will be equal to 6. In this case, the value of A is equal to 1, since it is for identity and it corresponds to one dimensional matrix. So value of A is equal to 1. Since it is a very simple point group, so we can easily calculate the value of B and C from this, since here is only C3 operation and sigma v operation. If there is many more operations, then you have to go through numerous calculation to identify the value of the missing elements. But in this case, since here is only C3 and sigma v, and we know the Mulliken symbol, since it is A, the character corresponding to principal axis will be +1, so we can put here +1, and it is 1, so character corresponding to sigma v plane will be also 1, so we can also put the value here 1. If we sum up this, then it will be 3 plus 2 into 1, that is 6. That is this relation is valid or satisfied. If we apply the same rule for different irreducible representation, then you will get the same result, that is the summation will be equal to the order of the group. But if you want to calculate the character corresponding to E matrix, irreducible representation, then the scenario will be different, since in this case it will be g square plus 2h square plus 3i square will be equal to 6. Now the value of g square is 2, since it is two dimensional matrix, so you will get as 2h square plus 3i square is equal to 6 minus 4, that is 2. Now in this case, since it is E operation, you cannot say as like previously that for A1 case, depending upon the principal axis and sigma v plane, the character corresponding to A1, that is +1 or -1, you cannot say in this case. So to calculate the value of h and I, you have to apply some other rules, and that rule I am telling, that is known as great orthogonality theorem. Great orthogonality theorem. This theory tells that if you sum up the character of two different irreducible representations, then you will get that the summation will be equal to 0. That means you can say that two different irreducible representations are orthogonal to each other. If you write in equation, then it will be G into xi r, that is ith irreducible representation. If it is multiplied by the character of the jth irreducible representation, then it will be 0. That means if we sum up the character corresponding to a1 and a2 irreducible representation, then it will be a into d, since here is 1, the prefix is 1. In this case, 2 into b into e plus 2 into b into e plus 3 into c into f. 3 into c into f. Let's see what is the result of this calculation. It should be 0, and let's see it is 0 or not. In this case, since the value of a and d is equal to 1, so it will be 1. And here the value of b and e, since both are corresponding to a, so the value of b and e will be 1, since this corresponds to character corresponding to principal axis, so it will be 1. And the value of c, as I have told previously, that since the subscript is 1, so it will be plus 1. And in case of f, since subscript is 2, so it will be minus 1. If we sum up this value, it will be 1 plus 2 minus 3, that is 0. That means this theory is also satisfied. Here I want to mention another thing, that if you sum up the square of the character corresponding to E symmetry operation, that means a square plus d square plus g square, it will be equal to the order of that point group. It is also valid. You can apply for this, that since it is Mulligan symbol is a1, a is equal to 1 square, it is also a, so d will be also 1, and it is, since it is two-dimensional matrix, g will be 2, so it is 2 square. If you sum up all this value, that is 4 plus 2, that is 6, that is the order of that point group. That is, this rule is also applicable. The summation of the square of the identity operation is equal to order of that group. And in this case, the number of class, that is 3, will be equal to the number of irreducible representation. That is, here is irreducible representation is also 3. That is, the class is equal to number of irreducible representation. So these are the basic things regarding character table of a given point group. Now let's solve the question came in GATE 2019. Now from this point group, we can see that order of this given D8 point group is 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 8, 12 and 4, 16. That is, order of this group is equal to 16. Now we can easily say the value of this a to g, since it corresponds to identity operation. Now since all these 4 a, b, c, d corresponds to character of one-dimensional matrix, so the value of a, b, c and d will be 1, and since e, f and g corresponds to two-dimensional matrix, so value of e, f and g will be 2. So we can write that a equal to b equal to c equal to d is equal to 1, and e is equal to f equal to g will be 2. So from this summation we got the value till g. We have to calculate the value of these four parameter, missing parameter, that is h, I, j and k. And to identify the h and I, we can apply the great orthogonality theorem, that is the summation of the character corresponding to different irreducible representation will be equal to 0. So we can apply this theory, that is for a1 and a2, if we sum up the character of these two irreducible representation, then it will be, first the value of, I am putting the value of a and b also, that is 1 into 1 plus, it will be 2 into 1 into 1, then 2 into 1 into 1, next there is similarly 2 into 1 into 1, in this case 1 into 1, in this case 4 into 1 into h, and in the last case 4 into 1 into I. Since the question is very bigger, so it is capturing more of the space of the screen, so I have written as I said during the solution, and you can match this value that it is matching or not. So if you sum up the value, then it will be 1 into 2, 3, 5, 7, 8, 8 plus 4h plus 4I is equal to 0. That means h plus I is equal to minus 2, if we write it as one equation. Now we can also apply the same rule for the case of a2 and b2. Since we have to identify the value of h and I, so if we apply this rule, then we can see that here will be minus h and it will be plus I, and if we sum up these two equations, then h will be cancelled out and we can get the value of I. I am writing this for this a2 and b2 case, that is b and d value is also 1, so it will be 1 into 1 plus 2 into 1 into minus 1 plus 2 into 1 into 1. You can solve it by yourself, since it is very easy. Just you have to careful about this parameter, about this multiplication parameter. If you do not consider this value, then you will not get the correct answer. Now for the remaining case, it is 2 into 1 into minus 1 plus 1 into 1 plus 4 into h into minus 1, at last 4 into I into plus 1, it will be equal to 0. I wrote this here as I said, and if we sum up this value, then it will be 1 minus 2 plus 2 minus 2 plus 1 minus 4h plus 4I is equal to 0. Then 2 will be cancelled out, and here 2 and this will be cancelled out. That means we can see that 4h equal to 4I, that is I equal to h. If we put this I equal to h here, we can get the value of both h and I. That means here will be 2I is equal to minus 2, I will be minus 1, and since I is equal to h, so value of h will be also minus 1. So we can write here that I is equal to -1, H is equal to also -1. Now the remaining two value is for J and K, and to calculate the value of J we can multiply A1 and B1, that is these two, or we can also multiply A2 and B1 as you wish. Since here we have got the value of H and I am just multiplying here A1 and B1. Now in this case, since we are multiplying A1 and B1, so here it will be 1 into 1, that is 1. The next is 2 into 1 into -1, that is -2. Later 2 into 1 into 1, that is +2. Here 2 into 1 into -1, that is -2. Here 1 into 1, that is +1. Here is 4 into 1 into 1, that is +4. And here 4 into 1 into j, that is +4j is equal to 0. It is like this. If we sum up this value, then 2 will be cancelled out and this will be cancelled out, that is 4j is equal to 4 minus 4, so j will be -1. So here j is -1, and last we have to identify the one value, that is k, and we can also multiply this A1 with E2, since we have to identify the value of k. If we apply the rule of orthogonality, then for this first case the value of f, since it is two dimensional, f will be 2, so 1 into 2 is 2, plus 2 into 1 into 0, so it will be 0. Next case 2 into 1 into -2, that is -4. 2 into 1 into 0, that is 0. 1 into k, that is k. 4 into 1 into 0, that is 0, and 4 into 1 into 0, it is also 0, and the summation will be equal to 0. So we can see that here 2 and -2, k -2 will be 0, so k will be equal to 2. So the value of k is equal to 2. So we can write here the value of k is equal to 2. Now if we sum up all the value, that is a plus b plus then it will be, there will be a b c d is equal to 1, so for this 4 it will be 4, and e f and g is equal, all is equal to 2, so for this 3 it is 6, and h and I is equal to -1 each. H and I is equal to -1, so it will be -2. The value of j is equal to -1 and k is equal to +2. So if we sum up this value, then it will be 10 minus 1, so 10 minus 1, so it will be 9. So the value of this long summation is equal to 9. This is the correct answer. That's all for this lecture. Thank you for watching. If you are new in this channel, then subscribe to my channel to get such interesting videos in future. Thank you.